Leather Jacket Lou is a bit of a roughie. Louise White and Boris Thornton.
Yeah, the jockey with the green hair rides Leather Jacket Lou. 2 runs back have been pretty disappointing since coming up to the stable. He's just wanted to overdo it up on speed. So obviously it's just getting his racing manners under control, and Louise is great at that with those sort of horses. Yes. So at some stage this horse will come good, but you've got to take him on trust.
If number 3, A Deal of Humour, brought her best form, she would be a real contender here. Michael Morrison and Michael Carl.
Absolutely. And her recent form's pretty good. 4th in the Lismore Cup behind Full Press. That's stronger than a benchmark 68. It's just been a while since she's really put one away, but she should get a lovely run in transit. She needs to weigh chance.
No More Red is number 4 at $11. Scott Morrissey and Ben Thompson.
And disappointed out to the 2,400 at Eagle Farm last start in a Saturday race, so we'll find this a lot easier coming back a couple of hundred metres in distance as well. Best form has been on the synthetic, though.
Number 5 is Lately. This one trained by Lee Friedman with Taylor Marshall.
Looks terrific. Typical Lee Friedman polish. Last start winner. That was a benchmark 58 at Grafton. I find that form tends to be a bit weaker than this, and obviously stepping up to a 68, but does have that rails draw.
Grand Shanghai is the 6th. Second up. Second up. More of a freshen, I guess. Lindsay Goff, Sean Cormack.
Yeah, he's a 3,200-metre horse, this fellow, and they'll be setting him for one of those races down the track.
They will. Coppelson is the 7. Chris Waller, Jim Orman.
We think he'll improve today, Bernie, don't we? His last preparation, he took on the Tulloch. He went around in an open 3-year-old race at Doomben, Saturday grade. So the 2 runs back he's probably needed, and he gets a little weight swing on Kureder for when they last met.
Let's have a look at this favourite now. Kureder, Chris Waller and Damien Thornton.
Yeah, he's the horse we like. He just maps so well here, just in behind the speed. He was a last start winner at Doomben over the 2,000. Damien Thornton sticks. Chris Waller trains, and as with most of Chris Waller's horses, he's lightly raced. He's still got upside.
Unzagna is, Zaga perhaps, is the 9 from the Toby and Trent Edmonds stable, Martin Harley.
So here we go again, polytrack form. We're trying to line up this benchmark 58 win last start. We had a roughie win the last. Unzaga's a lot shorter than that. But prior to that win, his 3rd at the Sunny Coast in a Class 2 was the best he delivered this prep. So, look, he's at his top now. He looks well. I can't discount him, but I can't back him either.
He's a big boy, isn't he? Let's look at Tuki 12. He also is a big horse. Jill Heinrich, Casey Woodall.
He's bursting to win a race. Gets in light after the claim. Just bloused by Highland Cathedral here last week when he would have won in another half stride. And prior to that, he gets a little weight swing on Kureder for when they clashed at Doomben, and he was probably the best through the line. So I make a little case for him at odds.
Chris Waller with number 11 here. Skylon, Jake Bayless.
Yeah, we've got an intention here, or a change of tactic. Skylon ridden to lead.
Yeah, to lead.
So Skylon ridden to lead here today. That's your tactic change for the Chris Waller trained runner. And last start at Ipswich, disappointing. But maybe a different story out in front.
Now, there was a jockey change later. I don't know if you have it. He's 19s into 16s, but this favourite continues to firm. He's now $2.45, and that is Kureder, and he looked brilliant.
He did, Bernie, and I'm surprised that it took so long because all day he just drifted a touch, sort of $2.80, $2.90, $3, $3.20, $3.30. As soon as the market officially opened, sort of 20 minutes out, it's been $3.30 into $2.45. So the punters have just been sitting back biding their time, and they've got top odds, and they've said thanks for coming. You and I both made this a good thing of the day today, so hopefully we're on the right track. My Late Mail 8, 7, 10 and 1. Kureder goes on top. Damien Thornton, this is his first ride today. He's had a couple of other scratch, so he's only just really sort of rocked up, and he's got the perfect draw. He's on a beautiful horse that's on the up. Last start city winner. I think he'll win again today. The stablemate's the danger. Coppleson, now third up. Comes through the same form line as Kureder. Chased hard late there. James Orman rides. He's got a bit of group form last prep, so keen to see what he can do today. Number 10, Tuki 12, knocking on the door. Just missed here last week, Bernie, when you were here. And the one, Raging Pole, has been a bit easy. I think punter's just a little bit concerned with that 2,200-metre trip. But I think for the soft run, he's got the class and he could run top 4. 8, 7, 10, 1.
I'm not a lot different. I'm with the 8. He looks beautiful in the yard. He's got that nice, strong winning form last time out. He's got a stablemate that's going to go forward, although I think the tempo here is going to be okay anyway. But I think it will really suit Kureder here today, and he's a horse that's just sort of coming into his own, really, this preparation. So I'll go 8 to beat 10, Tuki 12. Then I've got Unzaga in the mix. And also 7, Coppleson. We are expecting him to improve a little bit here today. But, yeah, I think it'll be a pretty genuine run race, I'm hoping, and everybody gets their chance.
Yeah, I think it will be, Bernie, because obviously with the news that Skylon's ridden with the intention to lead, that then probably takes away the front-running roles we were looking at for Leatherjack Lou or No More Red. And obviously Leatherjack Lou's been over-racing and wanting to do things too keenly. So if he gets up on speed and gets on the chewy, Boris is going to struggle to get him to not lead. And obviously, if the intention of Skylon's to lead, then we could have 2 of them going at it. And No More Red likes to roll along up on pace and has led in probably 3 of his last 5 runs. So it's going to be interesting to see how those 3 sort themselves out. Obviously, Chris Waller's played his hand with Skylon and said, we want the front.
Yeah, we did have an upgrade, obviously, a little earlier to a good 3. So there is sort of a little consensus. The track is definitely on the firmer side.
Yeah, and so it should be. We haven't had rain up in Queensland forever. And this track is in such good order that, you know, if you've got horses or you're punting 2 days out and you're expecting high 20s and no rain for weeks, you should be punting into a good track. So I couldn't be happier to have an upgrade to a good 3. I think punters deserve that. And plenty of horses get their chance when we get wet winters, Bernie.
Yes.
And when you get dry, hot springs or summers, your horses like dry tracks. They should be able to get their chance as well.
The word is it's going to be dry pretty much all through summer. So racetracks are going to be emptying the dams, I think.
Absolutely. At this stage, I might be emptying our dam in the middle of the track today if I do a belly flop in it. But I need a winner, and Kureder hopefully is that horse, Bernie, and certainly looks that one.
Yeah, let's just regroup what the words were. So it was if you don't have a winner, you're going to swim in the dam.
They were the words. There was a little caveat.
There was.
At the end.
Okay, maybe not today.
It wasn't on today's tips. It was a very tricky program.
Okay, I'll let you off. Let's get to Anthony for a market update. Kureder. I'm looking for the pronunciation.
You don't mind join me. It is hot. We might have a swimming race. I've been for that.
220 to someone from personal experience, it may well save your life. So they load up well. 21.80 the trip. Coppelson's away from the barrier. Leather Jacket Lou about to move in. And Unzaga and No More Red to come up. So Kureder has been well tried indeed here. Jumping from gate number 4. Working from gate 2 out. So got 5 above his head in the barrier. Damien Thornton. And the Rangy Rang Do Kermadec colours, of course, on Kureder. Now, about to go forward, No More Red. Ben Thompson riding, replacing Justin Huxtable. And Unzaga and Coppelson will be the final 2 to move in. So the Ipswich Cup starting point here. And one of the attendants doing a fancy little commando roll there to get out of the way as Coppelson walks in. And Unzaga will go forward and complete the line. So Kureder, barrier number 4. the clear favourite here, and looks like we're right to run. Light now turned on. All in, racing. Kureder was away well. Raging Pole likewise. Lately, the inside not all that far away. Now, Tuki 12 and Coppelson have gone back early. Skylon's going forward in front here with also a deal of humour. Leather Jacket Lou, No More Red, and Zaga's out very, very wide. Lately in Kureder both handy. Raging Pole, Coppelson, Tuki 12 and going back to the rear as Grand Shanghai. So Skylon's in front, working forward to second. Leather Jacket Lou. Third there is a deal of humour. Lately's the inside. And No More Red is out 3 wide there. Kureder's away from the fence, racing midfield. Raging Pole, the rail, and 3 wide there is Unzaga. And further back to Tuki 12, Coppelson, and Grand Shanghai. Leather Jacket Lou's taken over now, led by a length and a half. Working forward up into second, No More Red. Third, the inside Skylon. Further back to a deal of humour lately. No lock to Inzaga, 3 wide going forward there, getting no joy in the run. This favourite, Kureder, has settled down nicely midfield, followed further back by Raging Pole. A length and a half to Tuki 12, Grand Shanghai, and Coppelson's over on the outside last of all. I reckon 9 or 10 lengths off the leader at the 1,000 metres marker. Leather Jacket Lou by 3/4 here. Second, No More Red. Third, the inside Skylon. Onzaga out 3 wide around a deal of humour. Kureder's outside lately. 2 lengths further back to Raging Pole, being passed by Tuki 12. Second last is Coppelson over on the outside of Grand Shanghai at the rear. So Leather Jacket Lou down the side in front by neck here. Second, No More Red. Onzaga's had no luck, 3 wide at the 600 metres marker, followed by Skylon. Going forward, Kureder passing a deal of humour, seemingly not travelling well. Lately's on the rail, followed there by Coppelson out wider on the track. Tuki 12, Raging Pole now second last, and Grand Shanghai's at the rear. 400 metres left to run. Leather Jacket Lou from Skylon. Here's Kureder down the outside, finishing strongly. Passing No More Red. Further back to Lately. In front is Coppelson. Kureder on the outside, trying to get there. But in front here is Skylon from the outside. Kureder lunging at Skylon. Skylon has one from Kureder. And third will be Tuki 12, followed by Lately, Leather Jacket Lou, a deal of humour. And then Raging Pole, trailed over then by No More Red, Grand Shanghai and Zaga, and Coppelson's at the rear.
Alrighty, Chris Waller wins, but not the one we were expecting to win. Skylon, who went forward and dropped in behind the leaders and had the perfect run in transit, Paul.
Oh, Bernie, coming to the turn, it was just a train wreck for us. We knew where Kureder was. We knew he had a lap full under us, and the only horse travelling any good at all was Skylon, and a miracle split came at the top of the straight. Jake Bayless, lovely ride on Skylon. He drove it through, and he just had that soft run, and he had enough of a kick to hold off Kureder's finishing burst, whereas Damien Thornton had ridden Kureder like the good thing that we thought he was, gave him a lovely run, made sure he had plenty of clear air, full momentum into the straight. But unfortunately for us, Skylon has just managed to find a bit too much, and they've streeted the rest of the field with the 10 Tuki 12 claiming third, and Lately winding up in fourth. So 11, 8, 10 and 5. A Chris Waller Quinella, 11, 8, 10 and 5. But yeah, lovely ride by Jake on Skylon. Win number 2 from start number 11 today. And as for Kureder, he'll have to settle for second today. That's his 10th start for 2 wins and a second. You've already spoken to Lofty once today, Bernie, and
Yes.
we'll be speaking to him again.
He lines up again. They had 3 in the race. Quinella, you'd be very happy with that.
Yeah, probably the surprise packet of the 3. He's on the 7-day backup after being ridden cold last week. He didn't set the world alight, so it was a bit of a last-minute idea to back up and go forward, and we wanted to lead, and we got third the fence, and we got the job done.
Yeah, coming to the turn, we were watching sort of Kureder, making his run around them, and he looked in a great spot. But we just knew that Skylon had spent sort of nothing from after he got into that position. He had a very cosy, sort of smothered up run, so we were pretty worried he was going to have a good zip in his leg.
I didn't even know it was in front. I was watching Kureder. I was thinking, damn, we're not going to pick up this leader. It was ours anyway, so, probably not that popular with the punters, but it's good for the owners.
He was actually 19s into 15s on the QOP, so somebody was quite confident. This is great for Star Thoroughbreds, Denise Martin, and I've actually got a friend has a little share in him, Wayne Halen, so there's going to be some happy people.
Yeah, and hopefully they can follow it on Saturday in the Everest and run a big race for Espiona.
Yeah, absolutely. And with this guy, is he likely, he's lightly raced, are we likely to see him sort of venture out to the Saturday grade?
Look, after that, I'd say there's every chance you will. 7 days ago, you would have thought no, but he's turned around quickly.
Certainly has. Good on you, love. Well done.
Cheers.
Yeah, Bernie, and look, he was a big, strong, nice stay to look at. You know, he just didn't have the form to sort of justify backing him today. As we said, he'd beaten here 7 days ago and beaten clearly, but he's turned it around with different tactics and a soft run, and he's really dug deep when it counted. So he deserved that win, although I'm not dropping off Kureder. I thought it was another great run.
It was a great run, but sometimes in these distance races, particularly here, it's better to be in front of the first half.
100%, Bernie. And look, the other thing you do get at Ipswich, you can get lovely runs like that, and if you get out at the right time, it all works. Yeah. Often, of course, when you're in that box seat, you just don't get out. But in that particular case, the horse outside the leader hung, and Jake just came straight through an open run, and away he went. So it just all worked out perfectly for Skylon. And as I said, Damien rode Kureder like the good thing and just came up a neck short. 11, 8, 10 and 5. They're your numbers, race 5 at Ipswich. We'll head back to the studio with Anthony. Bernie and I back for race 6.
Light turned on, 1350. Gate 5, Cranky Harry racing. They've jumped as one, but Moto Miss now drifting back. Cranky Harry is second. Too Hard to Refuse going forward in front from Cranky Harry. Handy there is going forward, Selling Sunset. Likewise, Original Glaze. A length and a half to Alberich. Count the Coin, Improving Merseyside, followed by He Knows. And they're clear from Les Murdy, Ross Avo, Moto Miss and Divine Courage has now gone back to the rear. In front, Too Hard to Refuse here by a long neck, and second, Selling Sunset. 2 lengths away, third is Original Glaze, and Cranky Harry poised. Fourth, the outside, 1 out, 1 back. And further back to Merseyside, Alberich. And they're clear from Count the Coin, He Knows on the fence, and further back to Ross Avo, Les Murdy, and second last back nearer the inside is Moto Miss, and last of all is still Divine Courage. As they swing down the side, in front here, Too Hard to Refuse, snuck away. Second, Selling Sunset, easing up 3 wide, Cranky Harry, followed by Original Glaze, Alberich and Merseyside, and back behind those is Count the Coin and He Knows. In front, Too Hard to Refuse at the 250, second, Selling Sunset. Cranky Harry runs home on the outside, followed by Original Glaze coming through. Further back to Merseyside, in front, Too Hard to Refuse, trying hard the outside, Original Glaze. Cranky Harry's out wider, but Too Hard to Refuse in front near the line, holds about a half length, and Too Hard to Refuse has won from either Original Glaze or Cranky Harry, followed by Count the Coin, Alberich, He Knows, Moto Miss, Merseyside, Ross Avo, Selling Sunset, Divine Courage, and Les Murdy pulling up at the rear. Too Hard to Refuse has held them all off to win at number 8. Kirk Matheson for Desley Forster. 13 down to 9. OP back to 11 late. And leads all the way. Number 8, Too Hard to Refuse. Kirk Matheson, Desley Forster, number 8. Number 8, Too Hard to Refuse.